unlucky. Pet insurance.
And he's gone. Jack Richards has gone. Joel Garner strikes, and the defensive stroke there, not able to be kept away from the stumps. He played on, and Surrey are 4 for 1. Jack Richards, Joel Garner. So Somerset have made a great start. Single to Knight, Popperwell doing the fielding.
Fine shot. Release for the Surrey supporters this time. It's in the air. Thank you very much, Peter Roebuck.
And Clinton goes for this, and he doesn't really get to it. He hits it very low on the bat and just lobs a simple catch into the very safe hands of Peter Roebuck.
So that's how it's looking now. Richards the first to go, bowled by Garner, played the ball onto his stumps for 1, and now Graham Clinton caught at mid-off, the bowling of Vic Marks for 6. Magnificent shot, beautifully picked up. Roger Knight's Knights, there they go, 6 runs to Geoffrey Howarth.
What a great way to get off the mark. Just slanting down the leg side and beautifully picked up by Jeff Howarth.
Through the gap, fine shot. Roger Knight at his best, on the front foot and very strong into the drive always.
This is the 26th over. What a super catch, Peter Roebuck. Howarth goes for 16, 63 for 3. That was a good catch. Picked it up very quickly, and although he was diving away to his right, he still took it in 2 hands, and that very valuable partnership for Surrey is broken. That's one way to get around it. Great hit.
Yes, Popperwell bowling to Monty Lynch. Superb shot that. It's hit it away on his strongest side, which is the leg side.
Yeah, Joel Garner, very safe pair of hands, the big fellow. And he didn't really look like putting that down. Monty Lynch has gone for 22, didn't quite get onto that. And Popperwell takes his first wicket. .98 for 4 now. Roger Knight is 44 not out. .100 up in this 38th over. Off the mark for David Smith. So he'll eat lunch in a slightly easier, more contented frame of mind.
It's been hard work for Roger Knight, but he's on 49. Facing Colin Dredge. And that's it, that's his 50. It was a thick edge, but it's good enough. And that's a fair captain's innings by Roger Knight. ...50 runs in 84 balls, 5 fours. In the air again, but again it's safe, and again off the middle of Roger Knight's bat. And the calculated chance has to be taken.
And this is tremendous stuff from Roger Knight. Very much a front foot player, but he's prepared to hit it on the up.
Over they go. Well, familiar sight to Joel Garner, who's prepared just to turn away and say, well, I've seen it all before. The full-length ball, the attempted drive. And it's all over for David Smith. Well, Joel Garner's obviously seen fellow West Indian Sylvester Clarke bat before. Adjustments to the field, all fairly defensive. Four runs. Joel Garner to Sylvester Clarke. It's in the air. Oh, what a fine catch by Nigel Popplewell. It looked like collision time there as Vic Marks ran across his line of flight. A lot of people clap, and I just wonder how they do realise how difficult a catch that was. It was in the air a long time, but it was very difficult to see, even the last moment, whether it would be Vic Marks running back from it on or Nigel Popplewell who would get a hand to it.
Popplewell again, but they'll take two. He's a good fielder. Great catch, and he's pulled off some top-class groundwork out there. Doug Taylor, well, they're shouting yes, must have been inside edge on to the boot. And umpire Barry Mayer took the appeal and raised the finger. Garner, we assume, has picked up the wicket of Roger Knight, caught by Derek Taylor. There was the dive there. I can't imagine it was out of the W, otherwise the decision would have come earlier. He's absolute dynamite on new batsmen with Yorkers, this fellow. Invariably, they're late with the stroke or don't seem to pick up the line or the length. There's one of them that is beautifully placed. A very good piece of cricket by Graham Roop.
Surrey added 4 more runs. They finished up off their allotment of 55 overs with 194 for 8. No doubt they would have liked another 30 or so to put their opponents under greater pressure when it became Somerset's turn to bat. But what a fine effort that was by the captain, Roger Knight. Let's have a look at the bowling, and terrific figures by Joel Garner, in fact returning the best analysis yet achieved in a Benson and Hedges final. 11 overs, 5 maidens, 5 for 14. Right, the Somerset reply, needing 195. We're joining it, the third ball, it's Sylvester Clark, bowling to the skipper, Brian Rose. Commentators this time, Jeff Boycott and Richie Benno.
There's a lot of swing there for Sylvester Clark. And there's the first run for a misfield from a man who's one of the best fielders around the country, Monty Lynch. Brian Rose. Except the single. Wearing glasses these days. Almost a great stop, but just eluding Jack Richards. He made a lot of ground there. It's the inside edge. He did well to get out there, just a fraction late. 4 more to Brian Rose, goes to 5. 5 for no wicket. Oh, bowling. As well bowled by Robin Jackman. A great blow for Surrey. Jackman's in with the first wicket. And Surrey have struck back after being in all sorts of trouble in their own innings. Sylvester Clark bowling to Denning. And he's gone. Surrey right back in this game now. 2 wickets, 1 bowl off the pads, the skipper Brian Rose, and now Denning has played on. 5 for 2. Jackman 1 wicket, and now Sylvester Clark the second. What a good performance.
Found the space. Well, that's a wholehearted effort, but 4 runs to Vivian Richards. And how important it is that people do sit still behind the bowler's arm. David Thomas. Curses, curses, he says. That was quite close. But that's the sort of man they're bowling at. Averaging 39, but of course the potential to produce a truly great innings at any time. Not yet made 100 in Benson Hedges cricket, and chose my old county Glamorgan to top the score with 85. That went. He likes those. So Pocock really aiming to bowl middle to leg stump to Viv Richards. In fact, feeding the great man where he likes to play it, but then if you have the protection and the right cover and the right position, applause, 50 runs up, 51 for 2. Nicely placed through the extra cover gap. Two runs, Peter Roebuck. Whack! No one moved. Only the spectators. Straight to square leg. Geoffrey Boycott.
Well, how often we've said today, you can't bowl short to the great man because he's looking for it all the time, and he hardly ever misses.
Pat Pocock's bowling to Viv Richards. And Viv Richards is smashing Pat Pocock away down the ground. With a great shot to bring up his 50. .54 balls, 6 fours.
51 in 82 minutes, and he's really brought Somerset back into this game.
No need for anyone to bother looking for that one. He's hit it straight into the crowd. Tremendous performance. Neat stroke. Two more to Roebuck. Some extraordinary stroke play going on out there, even by Viv Richards standards. And that little nod he gave up the pitch there was to Peter Roebuck. Because Peter Roebuck had probably gone pale. .100 up for Somerset. And they're doing it well in the 29th over. He's hung onto it. David Smith has hung onto it behind square leg, not without saying a word or two. But he's clutched it to his body, and Roebuck has gone for 21. And Roger Knight has picked up the wicket there, broken the partnership. Ian Botham to face. Safe. And beautifully struck. Not far away from Knight's clutching fingers, but still 4 runs.
No doubt about Ian Botham's intentions. It's up there and I'm going to hit it. A beautiful straight follow through, and it was gone by.
Now, there aren't too many men around who could do that. It was shortish, but there are 2 men guarding that leg side boundary behind square leg. And that one's gone much finer. There is despair if ever you've seen it. 97 to Richards, and both of them facing Pocock. Safe. Away for 4, no slip.
.54 runs more required for a Somerset victory. 1 for Richards' 100. And there it is. All class and style, and however many hundreds you get, each one brings its own personal satisfaction, and Viv Richards has worked hard for this one. Tremendous bang that. Well, that sounded good. And that's gone a long way. The crowd, everyone single six. And who would doubt it? Well, that was more than a slog. It was rhythmical, it was timed, but my word, it sounded well. My word, 4 runs over extra cover. Tremendous support from Somerset. Many people I've talked to left in the early hours of the morning by bus and car to see this man, of course. And who drop it short of Vivian Richards? You'd think Dave Thomas had learned a lesson for the day. 193 for 3, 195 required, 2 to win. Thomas to Richards. They didn't mean to get them in singles. No one saw where the ball went. Everyone knows who's won. And through the tangle of spectators comes Viv Richards.
With 10.5 overs to spare, the biggest win in this final by a side batting second. What more can one say about that man Richards? Yet another resplendent performance from him on a big day here. He's only the second man to make 100 in a B&H final. Graham Gooch the first 2 years ago. One man a lot of us were delighted to see here today was Jim Laker, who's coming along extremely well after his recent illness. Jim Laker was judging who should have the Gold Award. He mentioned Joel Garner, of course. He mentioned Roger Knight, of course. But of course, he had to give it, I think, to Viv Richards.
Viv, I think it's the 4th big innings you played here on a big occasion. Gillette final today, World Cup, your only test match here against England. The great place brings the best out in you.
Well, yes, I think it's the tradition, I think, really. It's something about Lords that I enjoy, and ever since I was a little boy, you know, it's something I've always looked forward to come in and pushing those wide gates at Lords and doing well.
What about Joel Garner's performance for you today? That was pretty handy, wasn't it?
Oh, marvellous. He gave us such a good start that they never got any runs, and he got a vital wicket. And when we were struggling a little bit towards the end of the Surrey innings, he came back and never gave any runs away again. So he bowled 2 vital periods of time for us, and fantastic performance.
Not one of your nail-biting, most dramatic one-day finishes, but at least we're all left with the memory of another masterful performance by a very great cricketer, Vivian Richards of Somerset. Good night.